we're gonna drop this in the chat so you guys can have it. All right. And keep in mind that there will be something added to this doc that is not on there later. Okay. If any of you guys in Group Juice are affiliates of ours, or you know someone that would benefit from Group Juice, this is going to be in very, very important.
Hmm.
Okay. 370. Yep. 370 payment. We are very serious about paying our brand ambassadors, and we don't fuck around. I've heard a lot of horror stories where folks didn't get paid a lot of money, and I think that's fucked up. So we take pride in the fact that we haven't missed a payment in over 2 years to our affiliates. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I'm gonna do a quick little thing. Me and Nate will kind of go back and forth with you guys a little bit, but this is how we create quick cash injections into our business using short, simple micro campaigns. Okay. We've done them as long as 45 days. We've done them as long as, you know, 48 hours. Okay. Now, everything leading up to it is most important. Okay. So we're gonna be sharing. This is a live offer that's gonna be a thing at the end of the month. All right. We typically don't do a lot of Black Friday stuff, but we can see that a lot of folks in our industry that are selling things need what is inside of Group Juice. If anyone agrees, please put agree in the chat. Okay. So we're hosting a Black Friday deal for Group Juice, and we literally figured this would be like the perfect example on how to run this training. So we can go real example and then framework and strategy behind it. Okay. So the dates that it's going to happen, it's going to be the 29th through Sunday, the 1st. All right, so we changed the price to Group Juice. We got rid of all of the low monthly payments and options where they can get it for cheap because it attracted the wrong folks and dropped the limit. So it's been 950 for quite some time, and our audience knows that. So we're going to drop it from 950 to 550 very at that price and get access to everything in there. All right. So we'll likely do a one-to-one game plan call for the first couple folks that grab it when we make it live on Black Friday. So that's going to be like one of our bonus stacks. Okay. So folks pay us 500 to $1,000 just to get on a call with us, for 30 minutes to an hour. All right. So that right there is worth the price of admission, not including everything that you get inside of Group Juice. Now, the main thing that we want to bring to y'all's attention is a certain okay. And this even falls into this train for today. So weeks prior to the offer going live with the cart opening, we're making sure that folks know about it. And this is a huge bottleneck that a lot of folks run into. We see it all the time. They want to launch or they want to sell a product or they want to sell more of their course or they want to make more affiliate sales, and they want to do a promo, but they don't start talking about it publicly until it's time for folks to buy. It's like there's no awareness. The audience isn't up to speed. They don't even know what they're selling. They don't know the ins and outs of it. They don't know the plan. They don't know anything about the offer, but they want people to buy, right? So realistically, if you're going to be, running a Black Friday deal, right, or launching back, there he is. He's coming back. Technical.
Yeah, my internet is not playing nice with me today.
I can share the doc if you need me to. Just let me know. JC, have an old group. Perfect time to start priming it, right? And if you don't have a group and you want to have one, we've actually got a free training inside of our free group that shows you how to create a Facebook group in like less than 20 minutes. We've also got some stuff around school as well. But start it
No, we're
now.
not.
Right? Start it like right now. All right.
Where were
Any
you
questions?
at? Sorry, fucking.
I was right there. So now we're at the pre scroll down just to, yep,
Yeah.
pre-offer. Yep, right there.
So I think best case scenario for a lot of promotions, campaigns, probably already mentioned it. Like whenever you're kicking off an offer, you're planning on running a campaign, you're going to be posting a lot of content realistically, like or exhausting all of your opportunities where you have eyeballs. But best case scenario, you can start building demand in your audience before you ever even put anything to market, right? We have pre-sold every product we've ever launched for years. Every program, every offer that we do, we pre-sell, right? And a big part of that is because we build demand in our audience first, right? Seeing what kind of problems they're struggling with, seeing what they want to learn, what they want to do, what they want to do in general, uh, is like realistically what we have to do in our content. So these are some examples of what we can do, and then we can always use our audience's feedback to get um to then feel what we're going to create an offer around or launch an actual product on, right? So, hey, I'm thinking about doing XYZ. Is there anyone in my audience that wants to do XYZ? I'm going to be looking for three people that want to add an extra $1,000 to their monthly income using this simple process in 2025. Do you want to accomplish insert outcome in 2025? Essentially, we want to start getting micro commitments from our uh, audience, getting them to raise their hand on stuff, getting them to tell us that they want to do something, especially if it's related to what we're looking to help people do. Um, so if you can essentially stack a wait list of folks who want the thing, when the car opens, you're golden. Like as Flip was mentioning, if we have a promotional window, let's say of 72 hours, you're running a offer launch, you're doing a discount, you're partaking in any Black Friday deal. You're basically going to want to start building a wait list of folks that you could chat to or invite to buy this offer when the cart does open, right now, right? And this is probably one of the biggest problems with people launching offers or putting products to market is they wait until it's go time, and then by the time their audience even gets acclimated with what they're doing, they the campaign's already over, the offer's already over, right? Like, hey, I posted about this thing from the 28th to the 1st and nobody bought, and it's like by the time your audience even figures out that there was a discount or something for sale, it's already closed. um so we'll look at how you can. These are two different like scenarios that you can start looking at, either front loading in your content or an actual offer itself. Full transparency, we sell 99% of our offers with simple Google documents. We don't do calls, haven't done calls in years. We've processed thousands of payments with products as much as $9,600 without calls. And a big part of that is with Google Docs. So we got to get clear on like what is actually in the offer, what you're selling. If it's an affiliate product, you need to connect, you need to bridge the connection between you and the product. This is a very important thing to remember. It's like people are going to be buying based on the relationship that they have with you and not necessarily the affiliate product owner. So you have to start bridging the connection between you and the actual offer itself, right? What is the connection between you and that person that has that offer? Right? Because then if we like bait and switch, I'm promoting this kick-ass offer, and then all of a sudden they see these strangers, like who the fuck are these people? Like, they could potentially get turned off. So you have to start front loading the connection between you and the actual creator of the product. What has it done for you? And this doesn't have to be monetary either, like non-monetary shit. Have you grown your following? Have you gotten time back? Have you made sales? Did you grow your group? Did you do this? Like, what has it done for you? What has it done for others? People that are a part of the community. This is a really slept on one too, especially for people that don't have results or monetary results, leaning on other people's results that have came from the community. Hey, I'm a part of a group that helped XYZ generate all this kick-ass results in their business, and I'm following the same plan that they're following. Right. What does it include? This is a big piece too. Like a lot of people, especially in the era that we're in right now, we have to look at, uh, with AI. I think information is readily available for everybody. Information is a commodity, realistically. Like you can put something into AI and it'll spit out all these answers that you want. But a lot of people don't talk about what somebody will actually be doing if they buy your product or service. Like, what are they going to do? Like, what are they actually doing? Like, this end goal is cool and all. This monetary result's cool and all. This thing that will happen in their life and business. But what is that person going to be doing? The more that you can talk about what somebody's going to be doing on a consistent basis, the easier your sales will start to become because there will be less questions. Right? There will be less objections around, hey, I don't want to get on camera because XYZ or whatever. It's like all my content's talking about how I help people build personal brands by putting themselves in their content and getting on camera, as an example. What doesn't it include? Okay. This is also another side to that coin. Group Juice was literally launched and built off of the backbone of what it didn't do. Hey, we want to show you a way to grow your business without adding friends, sending cold outreach, going in other groups, or doing sales calls. Very heavy on what we do not do, right? Because that's a pain point. People are burnt out on sitting on Zoom call or going and adding 50 friends a day and trying to like harvest leads from all these places. Like we can show you a better way. So that's an example. Um, who it's for, right? Now this can I think a lot of people rabbit hole on this. Like who am I talking to in my content? What's my niche? What's my target avatar? What's my customer avatar and all that type of stuff? Realistically, the way that we've taught all of our clients for the last 3+ years is the person that you need to be talking to and who your product is for is a previous version of yourself. You 6 months ago is who you're trying to sell to. You 6 months ago is who you're trying to talk to in your content. You 6 months ago is who you're trying to get to chat with you about your offer. Now, the reason we say this is because if you're talking to a previous version of you, you can show them how to overcome the challenges that you just overcame. Even if these are tiny challenges. Hey, I was struggling with getting consistent with content. I was struggling with setting up my business, building out landing pages, creating, faceless content via AI. Like it doesn't necessarily matter, but this is who you're usually talking to in your content. And it'll evolve as your business evolves, right? Like if I look at Flip and my business, yeah, we could talk to somebody who's bare bones beginner, never created content online, but I can also talk to a digital product seller who has their own offer, who's doing multi six figures a year because those are all challenges we've ran through, right? Somebody who's done $1 million and wants to create more leverage in their business, we can help because we've done that, right? Previous versions of us. Hey, these are the challenges that you're going to run into if you don't start creating leverage or you don't start baking in monthly recurring revenue streams, or you have like a high churn rate as far as like turn and burn clients, acquisition heavy business model. Like that's what we mean by talking to a previous version of you, and it will evolve as your business evolves. Uh, Next would be like, who isn't it for? Now you can also piggyback these two things together. If you guys look at our free group, and I know some of you guys are kind of new to our free group, we do this a lot too. Like, hey, if you want a magic money button, you're expecting instant riches and you're not really like ready to commit to following a plan for the next 6 to 12 months, we probably don't have anything for you. Hey, we primarily do things with short form video content, communities, and simple DM conversations. That's our plan, our process, our model we've been using since 2021. So if you're trying to rely on automated sales processes, you're trying to rely on all these things, or like somebody asked a question in the group this morning, like, hey, can you show me how to set up a simple ad? Like, we don't run paid ads. And I wouldn't feel confident answering a question around you going and spending money on paid ads because we don't do it. Right. So as an example, who isn't it for? right? This isn't going to show you how to do XYZ. You don't have to be everybody's cup of tea, and you don't have to be a one-stop shop for everybody either. Next, when. This is also a big one. Don't be afraid to start talking about when this thing is happening, especially if you're partaking in say, a Black Friday deal like we're talking about. But you got to create more awareness around when this thing is happening, right? If you look at how we've promoted this free training, we've posted about it probably a couple dozen times between me and Flip. And we've talked about when this thing's happening. Hey, it's happening on Friday. Right. Hey, this kick-ass masterclass that I'm kicking off with somebody starts on X date. Right. Price. This is also a big part of it. A lot of people are scared to talk about their price, talk about how much their product costs. They want to skirt around the issue and not mention price in any of their content, which is fine to some extent. But realistically, if you want easier and smoother sales, we need to talk about price more often. You need to train your audience to be okay with talking about product price or even talking about potential offers. If you look at this training, we mentioned, hey, we're probably going to make you an offer on this call, right? We have product price at the top of this document. Like we're not hiding the fact that we sell products or we have things to sell, especially if there's reasons for people to like act now in your promotions and there's like, let's say, a discount or hey, you're doing something extra for the next two people. Like, talk about it, front load it. And I'm not saying every single piece of content you create needs to be like, hey, come buy my $1,000 product, come buy my $1,500 program. You can casually start injecting pricing. I did this morning on my profile post. I was like, hey, this is usually a paid workshop that we run to our Group 2 students who've paid us a minimum of $950 to be here, and you can get free access today. That's an example of me anchoring in price without even being like, hey, come buy my thing. I'm talking about a paid investment, so it will repel some people, and that's fine. But reasons for them to act now, reasons to get your audience to move quickly, reasons to get your audience to move. Now, don't create fake FOMO. This is a thing. People do this all the time. Everybody's been there where they're like talking about, or you refresh the page and then the countdown timer restarts. We're not saying to do that. But I'll give you guys a real-time context for this actual offer is for the first couple of people, we're going to be offering a one-on-one call. That's an extra reason for them to act now, right? Or hey, this is usually, we've sold this product 700 times at a minimum of $950. It's not a fake marketing angle. And you can get access for $555 between the 29th and the 1st. Right, that's a big discount. The lifetime for group juice right now, $1,500. So you're technically getting like $1,000 discount. So reasons for them to act now. Bonuses. This is a big one too, especially if we're this is kind of this rose on an affiliate product. You definitely don't want to go like crazy with bonuses, but it's also a part that a lot of people completely bypass or feel like isn't relevant, and it will probably honestly be the deciding factor between you making sales and like you not making sales. Now, a lot of different things could be bonuses. Let's say you have a unique process of creating content with like AI as an example. That's been on my brain for a little bit. And then you run a little 3-day masterclass around, hey, this is how I create a week's worth of content with AI that will grow your following. And then you include that as a bonus on top of the program that you're selling. Or it could be, hey, for everybody who purchases this product from me as an affiliate, I'm going to do this one thing with you. I'm going to do one-on-one calls with you. I'm going to do, you're going to get access to a private group chat where I'm going to support you and help you on your journey. There's all sorts of different ways that you guys can get with bonuses, but I wouldn't go crazy with them. Like you get 7,000 bonuses. Like keep it relevant to the product.
Yep. And keep in mind, you can also do like physical bonuses too. There was a time when I was trying to get results, when I was a green behind the ears, wet behind the ears beginner. Some of the things I was buying folks was books, um, earbuds. I even bought a couple folks a laptop and shipped it to them, right? Out of my profit from my commission. So like I used to sell $1,500 affiliate offers as well as $3,000 affiliate offers. So I had no problem, spending a couple $100 out of my profit to help get them something that would help them with their business, right? I did still follow what Nate said and kept it relevant, right? But in a nutshell, all of these things here is going to help drive more consumption. It's going to let folks spend more time consuming your content and getting up to speed, seeing how you do things, your plan, right? And then, you can stack the deck with, the bonuses, as we were saying. You can do this with your own stuff. Look at what we just talked about and mentioned above. And here's a couple ways you can go about this. So you can take it from the position of, hey, I'm looking for 3 to 5 people that want to do XYZ, or I'm looking for 3 to 5 people that want to stop dealing with A, B, and C, right? Whatever it is that your offer, service, product helps around, then that's what you use as like the prompt or the position. Okay. So something else that I used to do when I was trying to get results under my belt was, hey, if you buy this thing from me, I'll work with you until you hit X result. And one of the exact ways I used to do this was like, look, if this all makes sense to you and like this offer seems like it's a good fit and it'll help you around what you want to do, I will work with you until you make your investment back and get into the profit sauce. Like that was one of my guarantees and one of my offers. If you show up, I show up. I work with you until you make your money back from the investment and get you into the profit zone. People loved it. Okay. Um, Sell some of your time. Most people don't want to do that these days. If you're in the beginning stages, like free 10K a month, uh, you definitely want to do more for customers and buyers, even on the free side of things. You want to get your name out there and get some experience under your belt around the thing that you're doing. So the more you do that, the better. Don't be afraid to give some of your time away, right? Give them some one-on-one calls, right? Give them a chat support, DM access. Like just literally support them in the areas that they need it the most, especially if it's not a problematic area for you, right? Like most of the stuff that a lot of folks are struggling with is like me and Nate's strong points. How to create an offer, how to generate leads, how to create content. Like, we're pretty good at that. So this type of thing by itself can help you create a bunch of content angles and, make your marketing a little bit easier. So look at everyone else in the marketplace. Most people do the same things over and over. There's nothing that helps them stand out. They just kind of all look the same. They say the same shit, they post the same content, they offer the same thing. There's no there's no uniqueness. So do something that's unique for the first couple of folks to get some results under your belt. You might take a hit on your profit margins, but you'll have more results that you can leverage and compound into more results. That's how the compound effect works, right? So an example, we did link another example here because this is something that folks struggle with. If you're selling someone else's shit, like their course, their product, anything like that is around an affiliate, we we did this for clients like a good little time ago, but have a bridge doc, something that's going to tie you to the offer. All right. So like we've done a chunk of trainings around this, but not going to go through this in detail. This is one of the extra resources that you guys get, but this is what we call a bridge doc. We learned it from a very awesome long-haired fella named JC, right? This helped us really, really make our names as affiliates in that space when we were coming into the Facebook organic game. So you can follow this training, and it'll help you put something together that ties you and your brand to the offer that you're trying to sell. And there's offer examples all throughout this. Like I'm telling y'all, we should have charged for this training. Like no shit.
And I'll give you guys even a little bit of a deeper, just in general, the reason I didn't run through this is because there's a lot of congruency. The same ways that we sold affiliate offers are the same way that we sell our own products. And I think that's people create a big difference between the two, where it's like it's a monetization vehicle. It's one piece to the business, but you can Even when you follow our plan to like stacking your affiliate doc, is we're going very you forward. So it's very easy for you to not include an affiliate product if you wanted to. You're just selling your own thing because realistically, that's what people are going to be buying into anyways. Even if it's you're doing an affiliate product or an affiliate offer, we're very big on talking about you and what you're going to provide people, and then your affiliate product becomes a bonus as an example. That's icing on the cake, right? You're actually giving them, as an example, a couple things from you in general because that's going to allow you to stand out in the market, especially in the like Flip was mentioning. You have so many people selling the same products, using the same content, using the same checkouts, using the same landing pages. It's all just the same stuff. Versus like you coming out of left field talking about, hey, I'm looking for a couple people that want to do this thing with me, and then that's really what you're selling. Um, and then it creates this really cool flywheel effect in your content because let's say you sell 3 spots, you start working with a couple people, you start building confidence because they're asking you questions that you're able to fire off. Because for any amount of time that you guys have been playing this game, you're going to have a lot of really good answers to the people that aren't doing the same things as you. Um, and it just creates this really awesome effect of creating better content and then selling more clients because you're working with people, you're building confidence, you're helping them, they're doing things, and then it just becomes this snowball effect. Um, so it's a very powerful play that we've referenced a lot over the years, especially if you don't have a lot of monetary results under your belt, go fucking very support heavy and give away some extra stuff. And this doesn't mean you have to do this forever. Like we mentioned, like you only have to do this for the first few people. Right. My first few high ticket sales, I was doing weekly one-on-one calls indefinitely. And I probably did one-on-one calls with the people inside for months.
And
Um,
I think it's important because I know there's a lot of people that don't want to do that kind of thing,
yep.
right? So we've got a couple folks that have their own stuff, but they've kind of got burned out on certain things on the coaching and support side. So they're going harder on selling group juice. Why? Because we go live every single Tuesday, coach, support, and answer all questions. Ask anyone who's in group juice. We're there every Tuesday like clockwork, and we hang out until everybody has their questions answered and they're good to go around the next things that they do. So, like, if you're a person that doesn't want to do the coaching, don't want your own group, don't want to support people, don't want to do Zoom calls, then you need to have some kind of offer similar to group juice or group juice if you wanted, to where it's already baked into the offer itself, right? So keep that in mind. If you don't want to go that route, you don't have to. Okay. So it's two ways to, skin that cat.
And then we'll kind of roll into like promoting your offer a little bit, talking about like, you know, getting your offer in hands or in the hands of people, or even like, we're talking about building a wait list of folks that would be interested, but then who you would actually want to start talking to around, hey, like I have this thing coming. Like, would you be interested in, chatting about it? Like start internally. This is a big part too. Like a lot of the times myself, for a long time, I was always trying to sell to the people that were the furthest away from buying. And what I mean by that is like somebody would follow me or somebody would comment on my post or somebody that I've never chatted to. I would try to rush this process and get them to buy as fast as possible. Whereas realistically, they probably haven't consumed enough content from me or seen me enough to even understand how I help people, what I do for people. And the relationship isn't deep enough, right? So a lot of you guys, especially if you're already creating content, you've already been playing this game for the last couple months. Um, like you probably already have sales waiting for you in your inbox right now. People you've chatted to prior, like go rekindle conversations with people. Scroll back 90, 180 days in your inbox, depending on how long you've been playing this game. Go restart combos. And I'm not saying to go like send checkout links to people like, hey, hey, I know we haven't chatted for 6 months. Here's this checkout link. That's not what I'm saying to do. Like just go start conversations with these people again. People who've said no to you before. People who've said no about buying your offer, you've extended an invitation to them before, like start a convo with them, right? Just because they said no, and it also depends on how you handled this conversation in the past, mind you. But if you ended that conversation potentially on a good standing, right? We're very low pressure. Like even if you say no, it's all good. Like I understand, it's not a big deal. Like doesn't mean I'm gonna block you or we have to break up. If you tell me no, you don't want to buy my program, it's completely fine. So starting there, somebody that the timing wasn't right. Folks that wanted to offer, but the timing wasn't right. Maybe the timing wasn't right for them. Maybe the offer pricing was too much. Maybe uh, they couldn't do it because they had all these other obligations in their life going on. Those would be people that you would want to talk to, right? People that already know you have something to sell. These are examples right here. Both of those people already know you have something to sell. Um, Previous customers and clients. This is probably one of the most powerful ones. Anybody that has bought something from you before, they had a good experience, they loved you, they potentially moved on and did something else, like hit them up. Or even current clients. Hey, there's this cool thing happening at the end of the month where you're going to get a discount and maybe I'll give you some more time in my coaching program that you're already a part of if you end up grabbing this deal because I think it'll help you with this, right? All internal things. Any people that you've helped at all, if you've helped somebody get a win with your free content, you've helped them, you've gave them answers in the DMs, they're grateful because you showed them how to do XYZ. Those are all where you would want to start because all these people are a lot closer to buying than the person who just started following you today or yesterday, right? Or the people who raise their hand on their content, but you've never chatted with them or they've only been following you for the last 15 minutes. Those are the people that are the farthest away from being ready to purchase. I'm not saying you can't sell them. Like if you're, a savant like Steve and you're a wizard in the DMs or conversations and sales skills, yeah, you could move them faster. Um, but there will be a lot less resistance if they've consumed more content from you like we've talked about up here, right? Front loading your content with as much stuff as you possibly can to drive more consumption.
Yeah. Keep this in mind too before I hit this next section. So those of you that are doing things, maybe you're closer to the beginning stages, haven't been started long, or maybe you've been in the game for a long time. Either way, what I'm about to tell you is really important. The more content that you share on how you have done and are doing the things that you are, that is like the key to pre-selling. So like I'll give you guys an example. The last 2 days, I've made $60 without doing shit from videos that I made a long ass time ago, right? $60 doesn't seem like much, right? But it's passive. It's done nothing. All I did was one, post content, built an audience, got engagement from people that agreed with all kinds of perspectives of mine around life, business, hobbies, hunting, being a dad, etc. And that got me into Amazon influencer, right? I've been doing not that much on the Amazon side because it's already there. I have been updating things. So now my daily commissions are increasing. Like like 20, $30 a day. Now that's at almost at $40 a day, all because I took a little bit of initiative, 30 minutes, done some more 60-second reviews. So now my commissions are climbing on a daily, right? I could go and talk about all those things. Even if you've only made $1 doing it. All right. There's a lot of people that'll never make a fucking dollar online because they're lazy as fuck and they just don't know how. So simply saying how you have done all the things that you have done, whether it's something in group juice, whether it's something in another program, it's helped you with some kind of result, TikTok shop, right? It doesn't matter. But the more you talk about the things that you have done and how you have did it, like the work that came, from getting that result, the better off you're going to be and have more folks closer to becoming a true fan, a solid follower, customer, client, lead, etc. Okay. So just keep that in mind. The more you share around what you're doing to get X result, both monetary and non-monetary, Both of those are just as important, because I'll give you guys a quick tip or a fun fact. All the shit that makes money is all non-monetary things. Crazy, right? Shit that has nothing to do with, making money is the things that get you to making money, right? Like I tell folks all the time, even folks in my town, I'm like, if you're not posting fucking TikToks, you should be. Like I don't give a shit if you're just telling jokes. You should be posting on TikTok. At least one person in your family needs to be posting on TikTok. I honestly believe that. And I never thought I would be the one in the family doing it, but here I am, right? I see Mike shaking his head and me either. But here I am. And motherfuckers love Mike on TikTok, right? So it don't matter if you're 19 or you're over 50. Doesn't matter. Get your ass on TikTok and do some shit. Okay. So now I'm gonna kind of go into some simple ass messages, right? This is the shit that people avoid and ignore and don't want to do because it takes time. But I'll tell you right now, if you take the time to do this, it will make you money. Okay. Send some simple messages, right? Hey Chris, been a while since we chatted. I'm getting ready to roll out this new thing at the end of the month, and I legit thought of you. So like if you haven't thought of this person, don't say that. But I will definitely hit folks that I have in mind. Like, hey, I legit thought like I did this with Tyler the other day, right? Like he's one that we've always wanted to work with. So I reached out. I wanted to let him see the offer. Plus he commented on some of the stuff that we put out. I will legit reach out to folks that I actually want to work with and truly believe that I can help or the offer will help, and I will hit them with that, right? Here's another one. Hey Jennifer, I know we talked about the old offer, insert offer name. And like right now, I'm doing something crazy at the end of the month. Didn't want you to miss it if it's something that you might want to talk about, right? It's around A, B, and C. Let me know. All good either way. So simple, so chalant. You ain't got to be a robot. Like be a fucking human. Don't send messages just to get a response. Send the message to understand, diagnose, and see if you can help. If you can, make them an offer. If you can't, try and get them something that will help them, even if it's not your shit. There's another big one. All right. So, last one, no pressure. Let them know. We always try and make it easy for folks to say yes, no, and even fuck off. Right? We don't mind if people tell us to fuck off because we'll fuck off all the way over there and send another message. Doesn't matter. No pressure. Hey, Mike, it's been a good while. Hope you've been having a kick-ass week. Not even trying to sell. I'm just trying to see how they're doing. Trying to get some kind of, engagement, right? Because here's something that you might not know about Facebook in particular. But if Facebook picks up on the fact that you're having conversations with people, they start to show more content, right? So if I go and talk to 10 people in the DMs over, 1 to 3 days, there's a good chance that they're going to start seeing more of my content in their feed because the algorithms are getting very, very smart. They're like, oh, these two people are active in the DMs. Let's show each other's content to them, right? So they'll start to see more of your stuff. So sometimes just getting someone to respond and just talking to folks about anything other than business is still just as good as making an offer. Okay. And then Nate, you can see what Nate just put in there. We've actually sent this message too. Hey, you can tell me to fuck off, but we're planning to do this thing. All right. I know we talked about A, B, and C. Would you want to talk about it? If not, all good. Hey, how's everything coming around, building your group? That's something that you had a previous chat around. This is like really for folks you've already chatted to. Bring up something that y'all previously chatted about, something that they were trying to do, something they told you, right? Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate this. And let me know. Is this being helpful so far? Has this been worth the big ass price of free that you paid? Like, let me know in the chat. You can say, Flip and Nate, y'all fucking suck. Like this isn't helpful at all. That's fine too. Or you can say, hey, this is actually really good. It's been helpful. Things I didn't think about. Whatever. Like just be honest. Right.
Editing the docket real time for you guys.
Hey, see, now we're gonna have to charge for this later because the man just added something else. Right.
I mean, this is already a free resource that we have everywhere. Comes with other trainings, model breakdowns, as well as the messenger manual, which is basically like 20 something pages of scenarios and templates in the DM. So figured I would put it in there because we were talking about DMs, right? And I know it's probably one of the biggest hurdles for most people. I know it was for me. I was the type of guy that would build rapport and try to help somebody for 87 months and then hope they told me to sell them something, which doesn't happen. So, you know, and then Flip would come in and sell them something, in 2 hours. And I'd be like, what the fuck?
That did happen on multiple occasions too, guys. Like that was uh that was actually a real thing. Nate used like even now, look at what he just did. Just because we were talking about something, he's like, "Hey, let's put this in there too." Always been really, really good at giving folks value, but I'm glad to say that definitely gotten a lot better with making offers. Sometimes we just straight send a link to pay, right? We're not afraid to do that, and you guys can't be either. Not saying go out and be a hard seller because that's not what we do, but at the same time, we're not afraid to make an offer by any means. Okay.
I think the biggest lesson that you got, the lesson that I learned personally was whatever you're doing, one, if you're not making sales, and let's say you're checking all the boxes in your business and you're not like making sales, you need to look at what you're doing, especially in your DM processes or your sales processes, and start to like do the opposite. So what the rule that I put myself on, because I was notorious for just talking to people for 8 weeks and always just like giving value and like literally expecting them to be like, hey, thanks for all that information. Now sell me something. I put myself on like a no value in the DMs rule. The reason I'm talking to you is because I'm trying to sell you something, right? So it's like I was trying to accelerate those relationships as fast as possible. And then I was a little abrasive. But over time and me doing that for, 6 months probably, I found my own happy medium of what worked for my own personality in the DMs, right? So it's like we also have to look at how you are in your own sales processes and then kind of do the opposite realistically. If you're super aggressive and you're sending a checkout link in the first message, you need to dial it back. Versus if you're like very timid and you never talk about offers, then you need to do the opposite and start being a little bit more aggressive with talking about your offer. Um,
Solid. Yeah, he'll definitely lay back and wait. So really, really quick, this is like just a summary. Nate can go through this really quick with you guys if he wants, and then we're gonna show y'all what we got, and then we're gonna open up for Q&A. But I have a big, heavy question to ask. It'll be a good little favor, right? So again, only honest answers, please. So even if you don't know us that well, or even if you do, I want you to try and share what this has been worth to you so far. If put it this way, if you had to put a price on what we've covered and given away today, what would you not even think about buying it at? Like what price? And yes, I'm going to use this for marketing material, but I just want you to give us some thought based on what we covered and broke down and given away as additional resources. What would you easily pay for this? Because we might fuck around and make this a paid thing. I'm not gonna lie.
so I'll give you guys a little bit of a recap. Simple Black Friday flow, and this can also be used to uh, really promote or launch any offer. So this will have your audience. This see this will have your audience selling themselves on your offer, removing resistance and common objections. Okay, we're very big on smooth and simple sales processes, which is usually done through more consumption of content. We need to start teasing around what's coming right now. Like if you're planning a promo at the end of the month, if you're planning on launching this $1,000 program on January 1st, you need to start talking about it right now. If you guys don't take anything else from today's training, that's what I want you guys to like take away from this. Um, you guys want to literally start temp checking and building demand around your offers a lot sooner. Like realistically, you need weeks at times to like actually launch a product. It's not going to be like, and unless you have an audience of, you know, 10,000, 100,000 people and you can put out something and get hundreds of leads, then you need a longer time horizon. You need to let your audience get acclimated with what's happening. So, a couple action steps that we would follow and we are following in our I'll give you guys real-time examples of this too. Like we're kicking off a Black Friday deal at the end of the month, right? So we're getting as many people as we can into our free group. We're using this free training that we're running with you guys to help them get micro wins. We'll also reuse this training. We'll resend it to people. We'll refuel people back to this free training. Um, Using the content to get them any result that would demonstrate that we know what we're talking about, that we kind of have a little bit of experience in this game, right? Teasing around what's coming. Now, if you guys look on a deeper level, this entire training is teasing around a Black Friday sale. We're not even pitching you on a Black Friday deal. We're just talking about it. We're teasing about a discount that is going to be open for about 50 hours. Right? So we are teasing. We've been teasing about it. We've sent emails about it. We've put posts in our free group about it, posted in our paid groups about it. Um, so we're already doing this. Okay. Building your wait list. So you best believe we're paying attention to the people that are attentive, the people who are raising their hands on our content, the people who are showing up on these trainings. We're embedding CTAs all throughout this live video that we're on with you guys right now. So when people catch the replay, they're going to start dropping comments to let us know that they consume the training, they watch the training. Um, Now, obviously, we haven't done multiple posts about it yet, but offer launches and promotions are consistency on steroids. That's the best way I can explain it. Realistically, you're going to be doing what you're doing probably 2x. You're going to be posting more content. You're going to be doing more things in your business than you are right now when you're in a product launch. That's why product launches are very hard to do 24/7. Ask us how we know. 2022, we launched probably 15 products that year, and it was exhausting as fuck. Like we were always in a launch, and it was like stressful. So, um, plan a short training to highlight and demonstrate and show folks how to get a quick win. We're doing that right this second with you guys. Like right now, we're at this part right here. We've already made multiple posts talking about this free training. Fun fact, we kick off all of our programs, offer launches, have been for years with free trainings. We call them our cash mullets. Value on the front, sales on the back. Um, Make it exclusive, especially if you don't have a big audience or you don't have a lot of lead flow. Make what you're doing exclusive. Hey, I'm planning a free training for the first 20 people, and I want to show you how to do XYZ. Right? And then and then this all fuels itself, right? You get 20 people on this free thing with you, and then you extend invitations for what? The first 3 to 5, right? So that's an example. Stack the deck with product enhancers. Throw in some extra support around a topic or a pain point. Give some one-on-one Zoom calls, especially if you're not like already consistently making money, right? If you guys are already pumping out good sales every single month, then you potentially don't have to do this. You already have a little bit of clout, expertise. But I do know a lot of people in this room don't have that yet. This is probably one of the most compelling angles that you guys could use. Hey, I'm going to do weekly one-on-one calls with you until you grow your group by the next 100 members, the next 1,000 people. Completely up to your own discretion how much you would want to do that. But this is probably one of the biggest selling pieces that a lot of people don't want to do. Let's be real, right? But they're invaluable. I still have relationships with people that I did one-on-one calls with 3 years ago. They still text me all the time. still message me all the time. They're not even a paid client anymore, but we still talk. That person changed their fucking life based on the 12 weeks that I did one-on-ones with them. Right. Buy them a bonus that would make their life easier with Group Juice. Think book, software, tool, etc. This doesn't also just have to be with Group Juice, but you can also buy them something. We've done physical bonuses. We've sent out, monitors, fucking microphones, headphones, care packages, books, all these other things that would just kind of make their life easier with business. A lot of people do have laptops and all that type of stuff already, but like, hey, if you're trying to become a content creator, probably need some fucking lighting, probably need a microphone, you probably need, a light in general, ring lights, phone stands, etc. All relatively cheap. Eat your commissions a little bit, but um, there other people aren't doing this. It's like, hey, I just want to keep 100% of my profits. Like, some of a sale is better than all of none, realistically. 50% of a sale is better than 100% of no sale, right? And especially if you guys are on the group juice membership and you are promoting Black Friday deal, you get 80% commissions anyway. So you have a little bit more wiggle room with your actual products, right? Or what you're bonus stacking, right? Me and Flip don't really make dick on the group juice members selling the membership, right? We split 20%. So after processing fees, split more realistically like 15. So it's more about impact, giving people good information and creating kick-ass marketing for ourselves too. So have a training, a course, or a resource of your own, throw them in for free, right? If somebody goes and buys any product from us, we can just give them group juice because it's our program. If you guys have your own stuff, now this is a thing that is exclusive to like people a little bit further along, give it to them for free. But the side effect to that is it, as an example, if you guys kick off an offer for 3 people, where you're going to show them this cool strategy to grow their following by 1,000 people using faceless AI created content in the future, when you do your next promo or you do your next offer launch, now you have a free bonus that you can give away. Hey, when you purchase this program, you get free access to my 3-day masterclass that will show you how to grow your following by 1,000 people. That's how you start getting paid to create bonus stacks, offers, and virtually launch your own programs and products. Next would be hitting people to closest to becoming buyers, people you've already made offers to before, customers and clients, people who've said no to you in the past, people who wanted to do your thing, but the timing wasn't right. Timing's a big part of it, and I know that's kind of tricky in the holiday season too, right? Everybody's like, oh, well, they're going to wait. But realistically, the timing sometimes is off for people, right? We just had somebody who jumped into the accelerated income mastermind who's been consuming our content for years. The timing was never right for them until they're like, hey, I saw this thing and now I want to do it. Or another example that someone just jumped into, we just had a call with them this week. They were like, I went and did off all these other things, but then I started thinking of you guys, so I wanted to come back. So I came back and jumped into this offer because the timing was good for me. Something you got to remember.
Later,
And
Evan.
then number 5, aggressively making offers, especially in the car open phase. Unapologetically ask for the sale. Ask if people would be interested around talking about it in your content, in your DMs. The one of the biggest metrics that you guys can look at if you're not making the amount of money you want to make is how many fucking offers am I sending to people? How many times a day am I asking somebody to buy my product? Now, this is a big disconnect for a lot of people. They say they want to make $10,000 a month online, but they're not even extending $10,000 a month in offers to people. Like we expect to make 10 grand a month, but we're only making, $1,000 a month in offers or invitations. So it's like there has to be that congruency of like, look at how much you want to do. And if you're not hitting that baseline, then hitting your income goals are going to be hard or damn near impossible, realistically. Now I did populate, this is from 2 years ago, actually. Black Friday promo. We did a de-risked group juice sale on 11/24/2022, and these are all the posts. We actually populate and have all of the posts that we've ran for every promotion and offer we've ran, every single one. We keep all of them. But we wanted to give you guys examples of content, promotions, offer doc examples, and the results it yielded. Right. Last time we did 15K in 72 hours. We did a de-risked investment. This was when we were primarily doing the group juice lifetime for $1,000, and it was 500 down and 500 after 10K profit.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
So yeah, if you guys need any kind of ideas or examples, they're all there, all in today. There's the strategy, there's how we did it, there's how we still do it, there's all the examples and additional resources to help you. So we've done really good. We've been pretty quick and not as long-winded as we normally are, because it's Friday. It's time to cut off. Tomorrow's open day hunting season for us here in VA. So I'm not gonna try and lay this on thick and tell you a bunch of sweet shit to try and get anyone to buy. But what I will say is if you're already in group juice and you want to leverage this offer yourself, you definitely can. But here's what we're going to be doing. And this is only for the next 12 hours or after the 5 spots are gone, whichever comes first. Doesn't matter to us. So anyone that wants to take advantage of what we're doing on actual Black Friday and get inside of group juice for 555 bucks, you can actually do that today. All right. But only for the next 12 hours. If you've got anyone you've been chatting to that's been on the fence about group juice, then technically you could send them this doc if you wanted to, or you can screenshot this and be like, hey, this is what the guys are doing. So I'm just going to break this down. It won't take me, I don't know, 90 seconds. You'll get a 90-minute one-on-one call with me and Nate, face to face, pick our brains, right? We'll map out your custom plan to launch your own offer or affiliate offer. We'll help you identify and remove any kind of bottlenecks that are holding you back right now. And you will be clear on your content, offer, and sales process to actually bring in a profit. All right. Now, I can't guarantee anything, but I honestly, truly believe, based on what we've helped other folks do, that this is actually possible because we've seen too many people do it. If you do the work, get the result. Simple. So you'll also get the call recording of our one-on-one call, plus a printable game plan that you can pull on daily. All right. You'll literally get full access to everything in the Group Juice library. Those of you that are already in Group Juice, you know what's inside. Okay. Plus, we're going to throw in our $1 million model that's actually a core training that folks have paid 5 to 10 grand to get. We're going to give you that. All right. Call it a bonus if you want. Now, you'll also get weekly group coaching to support you for an entire year, just like we do every Tuesday inside of Group Juice. That's what you're getting. We'll help you with questions, bottlenecks, strategy, walkthroughs, tutorials, so you can hit those milestones. All right. Now, again, I can't guarantee shit, but you might add 20K to your yearly income. I know most folks would love to have a $20,000 raise doing some simple shit. Might be 100K. We've had a chunk of folks do that in a year, right? It's actually happened. So if you haven't been happy with how your business has been going and you really want to start seeing your audience grow with followers, email subscribers, group members, and have a simple way to make sales, get new customers, and land clients while building your monthly recurring income, that's that shit that hits, the first of the month, like clockwork, covers your bills, your expenses on the first of every month, then you might just want to take us up on this offer. Plus, you'll save 395 bucks, get a jump start on our Black Friday promotion because we share everything with our group juice peeps. Ask anyone who's inside. All right. This is what you get. 555 bucks. 12 hours or 5 folks, whatever comes first. All right. So you can just send uh, a message to me or Nate with the word early bird, and we'll let you grab one of these spots. Okay. Up to y'all. No hard feelings either way, but we just wanted to put this out there for hanging out with us. So if anybody has anyone in their ecosystem that would benefit from this, right, let them know. Anybody you think would be a good fit. Obviously, affiliates get paid, right? Me and Mate, we really don't make much on this. It's not about that. It's about helping folks get to where they want to be. So we're giving away our personal time for very, very little uh, hourly pay on this one. So if someone would benefit from a 90-minute one-on-one with us, let them know that this is live.